Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and this is my Back to Beauty No by Year. Today I'm doing a tag video. I randomly came across this tag on YouTube and I had to film it. This tag is the Makeup Romances tag. And the questions are just super fun. It's all about comparing your makeup to different types or different stages of romantic relationships. So this tag was created by Lauren DellaFera. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. But she's a really fun, quirky YouTuber. I will have her linked below as well as her original tag video. So let's start answering some questions. So number one is the one that you're in a committed relationship with. And how I interpret this is it's the only one you want, it's the only one you need, you're not interested in trying anything else because you're in a committed relationship with this product. And for me, it's the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This is my ride or die matte primer. It's the only one I like that I've tried. It's the only one I need. I am not interested in wasting my money and trying other matte primers because this one performs perfectly for me. So I love her so much and we're committed to one another. Number two is the one that you're in the honeymoon phase with. For me, I interpret this as a newer product to my collection, something that I am really loving, but maybe I don't know it completely. I don't know everything about this product, but I'm totally in love with it just the same. I'm writing her name in my notebook and so on, and for me, it's the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. I have mine in the shade 3, although I do think I could probably use shade 2. This is a beautiful product. It's exactly what I've always been looking for in a concealer. I feel like it fits the bill. Everything that all of the other concealers were not, this one is. It's hydrating, it's lightweight, it is not drying, and I just love this. And we're in the honeymoon phase. Don't knock. So number 3 is the one that you have friend-zoned. And how I interpreted this question was one that maybe you thought maybe you liked or you did like, but then you found something better, and so then you put this product in the friend zone. For me, this was a number 1 product in its category, but it has now been dethroned by another product that has taken over that number 1 spot, and it is my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I love this highlighter, and I still love this highlighter, but I love this highlighter as a friend, especially an old, tried and true friend. This is a beautiful highlighter. It definitely was my number 1 highlighter last year in 2018. However, if you watched my recent ranking my highlighters video, you would have seen that the number 1 highlighter in my collection is now the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in 01 Highlight. I love that one. I love it for a lot of the same reasons that I loved this one. I just love that one a little bit more. So meanwhile, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter has been friend-zoned. Dun, dun, dun. So number 4 is the one that got away. And of course, I interpret this either as one that I gave away and regret, or one that I wished I had purchased and is now no longer available. And for me, this was the Marc Jacobs Holiday of 2017 Iconic palette, and it was called the Wild One. I'll put a picture on the screen for you, but it had beautiful zebra packaging, But what was really special about it is what was inside. Some super unique shades to my collection, even still. Some duochromes, a beautiful metallic chartreuse. This, at the time in 2017, it wasn't an option, and I wasn't willing to spend that much money on an eyeshadow palette, but ever since I've regretted it. It is the one that got away. Next is the one that you're currently crushing on, and for me that means the product that I am lusting after, and yet I don't have it in my collection, and that is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. Now, I've said many times on my channel that I don't necessarily tend to gravitate towards gold on my eyes, but this palette is actually really something special. The more I see people use this palette, the more I realize that there isn't really a lot of true gold in the palette. There's just a lot of variations of gold, and every single one of them is stunning. I am getting more into gold on my eyes now. I just don't think, oh, I want to do a gold eye look today. But when I do a gold eye look, I love it. So Natasha Denona, I'm coming for you in 2020. Number 6 is the one that broke your heart. And for me, how I interpreted this question was a product that I really, really, really wanted to try, wanted to form an opinion on, and then when I got it and I tried it, I didn't like it. And please don't throw things at your screen, but it is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I don't know why everyone loves this product. I do think that it keeps your makeup on, and that's why I still have it. In the occasion that I do need my makeup to stay on all day, not budge, etc., etc., I do use this one, but I don't love the mister on this. I like a really, really fine mist, like almost a vapor of a setting spray. And the other thing I don't like about this is the smell. I've used so many setting sprays and finishing sprays that smell absolutely amazing. This one does not smell amazing to me, and therefore it kind of broke my heart. I'm glad that I got this on sale. It was half price when I purchased it, but it's going to take me a long time to go through this product because I just don't love it. It kind of broke my heart that I didn't. Number 7 is the one that you grew apart from, and immediately upon reading this question, I knew what product it must be, and that is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I have mine in the shade Light. I went through a whole deluxe size of this, and then I purchased this full size. Turns out, I don't love it as much as I thought I did. I don't know what happened. It was like overnight, I was like, this like makes my face look old and cakey, and I don't like the way it feels on my skin. It feels heavy and it feels greasy, and I don't know what happened. But I think we've just grown apart. I've found other things that I really love so much more than the IT CC Cream. I love the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I love the NYX BB Cream and many other foundations, but I don't love this one anymore. So might see this in a project pan coming soon. The next one is super funny, and it is the one you would have a fling with but would never date. And this was a tough one for me. I actually had to go back and watch Lauren's video and see how she explained it. But how she explained it was, you know, something that you would use on occasion, but you will never use it all the time or so on. And for me, that is the Cover FX Glitter Drops in the shade Nova. These are really beautiful. I do occasionally use them on my eyes. I could see wearing them on my cheeks festively or on my chest or shoulders in a festive occasion like a concert or something like that. But I'm never going to use these up. It's not my thing. I've said before, I lived in the 90s. I did the glitter everywhere thing. I have the t-shirt. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not interested in reliving the 90s. And so I may occasionally have a fling with these drops, but I'm never ever going to date them or be in a committed relationship with them. Number 9 is the one that you have a love-hate relationship with. And I actually picked 2. Cheater, I know. But I am in a love-hate relationship with these 2 palettes for 2 different reasons. This is my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. This is the reformulated 10-pan palette. I love the colors in this palette. I am very inspired by this palette. My gripe and my hate with this palette is that it doesn't last on my eyes. It doesn't matter what kind of primer I use, if I foil them, it just doesn't matter. Halfway through the day, I have creasing, they're wearing away, it's kind of muddy looking, and it's just a real bummer because I love this. I think it would be great for traveling because it's compact and there's a lot of variety in here, but the lasting power is just a huge bummer, and honestly it makes me not want to keep the palette. And then we have the Face Candy Atlantis palette. This was the clapback from Face Candy toward Tarte for their April Fool's Icy Betch fiasco in 2018. So I really wanted this palette as soon as it came to be on the Shop Hush app. Here's the problem. I love the shimmers in this palette, but I hate the mattes. The mattes are very chalky, very dry, super hard to blend in my opinion, and just like by far my least favorite matte eyeshadow formula, but it is worth it in my opinion to keep this palette for the shimmers because they are stunning and they perform really, really well. Last question, number 10, is the one you gave a second chance to, and this is the Tarte 12-Hour Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Partey that everybody and their grandma got for their birthday last year from Sephora or whatever. I had originally decluttered mine to my girl Angela, and then I received a second one in Sephora Play. Since I received it again, I thought, let's give it another try. I originally decluttered it to my girl Angela because I just didn't feel like it showed up on my skin very well. My skin kind of eats blush for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and so sometimes things don't show up or they fade throughout the day. But upon a second chance, this blush absolutely won my heart. I really love this. It is somewhat of a neutral pink in my opinion, depending on what I pair it with in terms of a lippy or an eye look. It can look cool or it can look warm, which makes it a perfect blush to reach for when you don't know what blush to reach for. So I really love this. If I ever use it up, and I'm gonna try not to, I will definitely purchase the full size because this is a really nice formula and it does last on my cheeks all day. And that is it. Wasn't this a super fun tag? I loved how Lauren made the correlations between how we feel about our makeup and how we might feel or behave in a relationship. It's been a long time for me since I did any dating. My husband and I were married for 16 years in March this year. So I kind of had to think back, get a little nostalgic, and really dive back into my previous dating brain to come up with some of these answers, but it was a super fun tag to do. So thank you to Lauren for creating this tag. And thank you to you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to have everything linked in the description box below, as well as tag a few other people to do this. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video soon.